There's a lot of words being written about Ofsted at the moment, and a lot of questions about the management of Ofsted. And I think possibly the solution is to be found by asking some simple questions that you would ask if you were working for or in any business. And the overarching question is this something that is breeding fear or trust? Are you working in an environment of fear or of trust? Because an environment of fear is going to be infectious. The children as well are going to be afraid. The children as well are going to be uncomfortable. And we know exactly which side of the equation Ofsted favours. A good business, in contrast, promotes flexibility, it promotes trust, it promotes loyalty, and for example, things like timekeeping. The last few schools that I've been to, I've been quite astonished by the extraordinary demand for everyone to be on site from some absurd hour in the morning, even if one's not teaching at that time. And the assumptions have changed. Now, it may simply be that I'm out of date. Of course I'm out of date. But I would like clear, concise, readable directions in a job. And I don't find those exist in a modern school. Instead, I find there's a lot of verbiage and a lot of intentions and a lot of language used to justify and promote the identity of the school rather than to tell me what is expected of me. The atmosphere, often and particularly during an Ofsted inspection, is anxious rather than positive. In a good working environment, which is what Ofsted is supposed to be encouraging, we should have a positive, a positive driven environment, not a terrified environment. And for the last few schools that I've been in, so much of the time has been spent on drafting mission statements. A mission statement, if you don't know what you're doing when you're there, I don't think drafting a mission statement is going to help it, really. These mission statements weren't needed earlier. The new mission statements are incomprehensible, or they are just words. And handbooks that go on forever. Schedules and timetables that are constantly changing and that are suddenly tweaked, so that on a day when you said you're not available, you've suddenly got a lesson, and you think, well, how did that happen? This was a day I wasn't available, and it's been slid in, and so suddenly you find you are a disappointment, you are apologetic, you feel soiled. And I've come to the conclusion it's no longer accidental. I've not been accidentally soiled. I've been intentionally fouled, and the idea is to make me feel uncomfortable. And I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of it. And I think that is something that is encapsulated in the Ofsted spirit. In a healthy environment, employees can say what they need to say without fear of retribution. In many schools today, the leadership team is beyond challenge. It's beyond debate, and competence is suppressed by authority. It's as if the teaching team has the same relationship with the leadership team as the students. We are all cowed by the authority of the head teacher. It is a madness, utter madness. Now, I've been to many schools, and I worked in some schools where the relationships have been quite different, and they've been very positive, and I wouldn't remotely change those, but I've been to some schools where you feel you're walking around under a cloud, and it's unacceptable. And then you wait for the Ofsted inspection, and which schools get the positive thumbs up. Well, it's not the ones which are easy to work in. It's not the ones where the children seem happiest. It's not the ones where the exam results are really good. Ofsted seems to be favouring the suppression of spirit rather than the liberation of spirit. I don't think we should be encouraging that. I think we should be encouraging a healthy, positive workspace, a healthy, positive learning atmosphere, and anything that goes against that must be wrong. It's very simple. And those people who are involved in the Ofsted inspection know exactly the harm that they are doing. And it has spread over the last 20 years. It has spread like a disease.